to the next episode of Behind the Data, an AI podcast. We have covered multiple topics on how do we take this AI journey, how do we bring that energy into the team, especially adapting cloud, making sure you are capturing a lot of data and in segments, and also collecting all the possible use cases. Okay, we got the infrastructure cloud, we got the data, we got use cases. What's one thing missing is ROI, right? What's going to be the benefit? What's going to be the return on investment? Is it going to give me the 10x, 5x? How long? Is it going to be a 6 months ROI or 12 months or 24 months? And we also spoke about there may be some low hanging fruits in this AI journey that you may want to solve quick, but the return on investment on those may not be millions, right? So we spoke about that. So one thing is very, very key right now is like you can see every company is adopting AI journey, but are they all seeing the value? If they are not seeing the value, what can we do for, right? So how do we prove? So one question commonly asked, how do we prove the ROI for the AI use case, what we have? So one thing we need to be very clear is there is a problem. What AI can solve, AI can solve many things, but do you have a problem? What is the problems, the severity or the impact in terms of the top line, the revenue, or bottom line, the cost, or the satisfaction of our customers, product, reputation of the product, or on the employment side, like how are our employees? Are they spending too much time on doing too little? So need to understand the problem, quantify the problem. So give you an example. We had a customer and they had like around another, like they have 400 customers they are serving to. And in that process, anytime there is a delay happens on a potential delivery of orders, they write an email. Oh, so and so, this is happening, and we are anticipating this is going to happen. There may be a 8 days delay. So, okay, so what? So that's what everybody should do it. But now the challenge that is the team who is coordinating with the customer do not have that information. They were dependent on another team for that information. That other team was giving them that, what's the status today? They are not giving them that, what is the potential date, like using all the calculations, when we can deliver it, what's the next due date. So now the team was writing back and forth email with the customers. This is a problem. So this customer, they were spending close to 40 hours in a week, around 75 emails they were sending. So simple problem, right? Very simple problem. But can AI do anything? Can AI predict what is the future delivery date? With limited input from the team, what's the status today? And what's the step in which that delivery is? And what are all the steps pending? What's the average time it used to take for my next steps of delivery? It could be an air shipment. It could be it could be a road truck or a vessel on the ocean. Whatever the steps are, or there is a custom clearance and all that. Based on all that, how much it could can we deploy an AI to predict delivery? Step one. Step two, can this AI automatically update the customer, either on demand or proactive? If we do that, okay, assume that's a use case. If we do that, will that solve the 40 hours of work. Say 40 hours into, say $100, will it bring me that ROI? Is it just that, or that prediction what we are going to make, is it going to add lot more accuracy, lot more value addition to the customer? So now we are talking about ROI of an effort saving for a team, say 40 hours every week, number one. So that is cost saving. And now because of this proactive, insightful, that AI engine, which is giving you that, future, so the customer have a value. So when when they go and show it to the future customers, that means they can win more business. Wow. They are not just delivering the product, they're also giving me up to date, keeping me up to date. That. So that means there is an ROI on the top line of the business as well as customer satisfaction on the business. So now you can look at, for this one small use case, there are 3 line items: cost, revenue, customer satisfaction. The 3 different ROIs. And now you can clearly measure, is this happening? That means as a result of this, there should be a reduction in that effort. Second, the adoption of that particular data, report, whatever, should go up. Third, because of this one particular thing, there should be customer appreciation. There should be customer referrals, right? So is it happening? So that's kind of how you kind of measure the ROI for this small use case. At the same time, are there pitfalls, right? So what projects fail, or why some companies think, oh, we've been working on this AI use case, but we are not seeing ROI. It is always what you expect. If you have a clear expectation to start with, okay, the problem is there. This is the AI. The AI is supposed to do this. I'm expecting this AI to deliver this much dollar. Lot of times, customers I'm like seeing, they don't have that clarity. And, like from technical teams to the business leadership team, everyone has a different level of imagination on this use case. Some may feel this just a small automation. Some may feel, wow, this is going to change our whole business. If that expectation is not captured right, and if everyone is expecting different type of ROI, then it's not going to satisfy anybody. So the catch here is, it probably applicable for any project for that matter, but mostly in AI, because it's very easy to get oversold or get confused on the value of ROI. So that is very critical, that start with the problem, quantify the problem's cost, dollar, and then immediately attach that to the benefit of the AI, at least in the phase 1 of that module, AI. Phase 2 could be changing something totally different or reducing my cost. So if I can do a good prediction on my potential delivery, customer is asking on, July 15th, my AI is predicting on, June 30th, that is a 15 days. Why are we doing air freight? Can we do the road transport? So by doing that, I can cut down 60% of my transportation cost. That could be a potential benefit because of this algorithm, which is going to predict your potential delivery and communicate to your customer. That may be a phase 2, because it's not just this AI is going to bring that. This AI will lead to your logistics team's involvement to reduce the cost or change the process, the shipment process, work with a different type of logistics players, carriers, to reduce the cost. So there may be an ROI, increased ROI, beyond the initial ROI what you have estimated. It is possible. But realize the first initial goal, target that, get that benefit. Now you got that money or the time saved, reinvest that back on the use case, on the phase 2 of the use case. Now, so in a way, what I'm telling, It's an incremental journey. Don't go with, okay, I'm going to deploy, next 1 year we are going to work, and after 1 year, let's see if ROI is there or not. No, that's not is going to work. Let's work on an incremental fashion. And we also call fail fast. If it is not delivering, you are not losing $1 million. You are not losing 1 year worth of time. So start small, realize the ROI, think big, deploy something big. That's kind of the approach what I would recommend.